This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the best online retailer for Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product. And GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and content.
Hey guys, Marshall here from Limited Resources, doing another draft here on GatheringMagic.com. And let's see what we've got. We've got some Shards of Alara. It's a little bit of a flashback draft. This is the first set that I ever drafted extensively. What does this do again? Oh yeah, that's not good. Knight of the White Orchid. Pretty big game. First strike, and then you get to go get a plains and put it on to the battlefield. I'm probably going to end up taking it here. It's not amazing though. Like, it's easy. You don't want to get too caught up. Double white's a little rough, but it's a lot of value, and I like it. And this pack isn't particularly strong either. Tidehollow Strix is pretty good, but there's not a lot that's great, really. I mean, yeah, there's just not much here. So I'm just going to take the most powerful card and move on, see what we get next. Ooh, some decent stuff here. Lethomancer's not that good. Jund Battle Mage makes dudes, or, you know, starts dinging them down. Jund Charm is usually pretty strong. All the charms are good. Branching Bolt, though, is fantastic, and that's the card I'm going to take here. Pushing us over into Naya a little bit, which is good. I'm fine with that. Vythian Stinger is the other really strong card here. For me, it's between Branching Bolt and Stinger, but I'm going to take Branching Bolt because I think it's just fantastic. And I don't mind Naya. I think Naya's maybe third on my list. I'm not really sure, but I generally try to be Jund or Esper. I think those are the two strongest colors. Or just all the colors. You can also just do that. Punish Ignorance, no. Fleshbag Marauder's okay. Sanctum Gargoyle's really good. Macedon's alright. Probably just going to take a Sigil Blessing or a Court Archers here. Both of them go in similar decks. I really love the Exalted deck, though. Yeah, I'm going to take the Court Archers. Let's try to be Exalted here. Maybe we can wheel that the Defender Exalted that we saw in the first pack. Sometimes those come back. Okay, what have we? No, nothing too great. What does this do again? If you makes mana. Beginning of your end step, you control a creature, you may gain 2 life. That thing can do some things, but I think for us it's either Obelisk of Jund or Rakeclaw Gargantuan. We don't want to play a Brilliant Ultimatum. I mean, Rakeclaw's fine. Obelisk has more value, but I guess we'll just try to... I'm not fully committed. Like, Rakeclaw doesn't make me feel like I have to be Naya, but we probably will be. All right, here's another Court Archer, so we're just going to snatch that up. There's an Obelisk of Naya, which would be fine, but I like being Exalted. I think Exalted's really, really good mechanic, and sweet one for limited, too. We don't want that or that. I think we want Hissing Iguanar here. Nice high-power creature on turn 3 in case our opponent's fiddling around with their mana, and it can give you inevitability in the late game as well. This card's unplayable, so is this one. Basically, all these are garbage except for Iguanar, so we'll just take it. Plus, it's theoretically in our colors. I like a Jungle Weaver here. I think the card's really good. Grixis Obelisk is fine, but I think Jungle Weaver's just sweet. I mean, on 7, it's like very, very nice, and then oftentimes you just cycle it away. You're just like, yep, not getting there this game, and gives you some flexibility. All right, there's a Necrogenesis here. I'm going to actually take that. This might be worth a splash. It depends, but this card can actually kind of take over later in the game. None of these are really very good. This is unfortunately a sorcery and just pretty much unplayable. Lush Growth isn't really worth a card. It does fix your mana, but I mean, that's a pretty steep price to have to pay. And Bloodthorn Taunter is just okay. I'll take the Lush Growth out of desperation potentially, but yeah, these packs weren't really, really strong either way. Like, don't feel like we were passing a great deck. Sure. Do I want Dragon Fodder? I think I just want Excommunicate. I like being able to interact with my opponent's creatures. Ooh, hello. Knight of the Reliquary. That goes right in our deck. That's nice. That's a sweet little pickup there. Other stuff, yeah, Outlander maybe, Aven Trailblazer, Savage, even a Fallout can go in the deck. Toxic Iguanar is okay. But yeah, we'll take a Knight. Coder, sure. Okay, what do we get here? This pack kind of stinks. Paragon of the Amisha is like, okay, but we're really not going to be able to make the mana to make it huge, so I'm just going to take Aven Trailblazer to add to our ever-growing pile of 3-drops here. I think Fiery Falls to pick out of this pack gives us the ability to find some mana fixing, and also it's just a nice removal spell late. It's pretty much the ideal card. This card's really good too, or pretty good too, I should say. It's not really good. It's pretty good though. Cranny's pretty good. What does this do? Yeah, nothing. Sylvan Bounty, Nakatl Outlander. We've got some definite options here. This thing can kind of go off. I don't know if that's really what we want though. I think we want like another 5-drop, or maybe just like, I think we can probably get this back. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's going to be 4 cards left. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it might be this. It might be this. It'll probably be this guy. So I'm going to take the Sylvan Bounty here so that we can get our mana in a good spot. What does this do again? Quenchable Fire deals. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, there's a Kaleidostone. That's interesting. We can pick up a Kaleidostone and try to wheel one of those Knights and then have a little bit of a combo, because the Knight's okay on its own. It's still a 2/2 first strike. We could also just take Hellspark Elemental for some damage, though I think our deck's going to be trying to go a bit bigger than that, with maybe some Exalted or things like that. Armillary Sphere is also an option. It's a fairly cheap way to just fix all your mana forever. Yeah, let's take the Sphere. Does this have what I want it to have? No, but it's actually quite good. Meditant's also good in our deck, though. Meditant or Sacellum Archers, another 3-drop, and it can hit stuff, though, and this is our color, so I think we need to take this Archers over the Meditant this time. Card's quite strong. Rioters, sure. Archers, meh. All these are just okay. We might just want this Savage. Guess I'll just take that, just for curve considerations here, I guess. All right, well, here's a Kaleidostone. And I think we're going to take it over Filigree Fracture. Take this guy. Probably rather have him than that. Looks like we're not getting those Knights back. All right, we're going to take this Filigree Fracture, though. I do want 1 for the board. I would even take 2. But this is main deckable. You cast it, you draw a card, and then, like, you know, you pop it. You just pop it when you have 5 colorless to cast your Gargantuan or whatever. Valoran Outlander. Yeah, I like that. Another solid 2. And we'll take this guy. We don't have any 4-drops, but I actually like this card. I think it's pretty good. What ends up happening is you basically never have to pay the 1 and a white. You just have to have it available. Because you attack, they can't block because you just pay. So then they don't block. So it's really funny, because even though it looks like it says 1 and a white, it gets +0/+3 until end of turn. What it really says is, as long as you have 1 and a white, this thing's either unblockable or just, you know, you can make them, like, the best they can do is chump. It's an interesting one. I don't think we're going to be starting that. Not sure exactly how aggressive we are, but that feels quite aggressive to me. But against a non-blue opponent, that's a heck of a Lava Axe for 4 mana. All right, sweet. Oh, I missed it. I was pretty happy to get that second Filigree, but it looks like I was too slow on the draw there. That's annoying. At least we got the first one, I guess. All right, what do we get here in our Reborn pack? Well, we did pick up a rare. Each opponent's end step, if they didn't cast a creature spell, you get a lizard. It's not bad in the late game, but they often do cast a creature spell, and then it just does nothing, and that's pretty lame. Vithian Renegades is quite strong. You get to blow up a lot of... let's see if we open one. No, we didn't, but there's a lot of posts. What are they called? Border posts in this set that you get to destroy with those. Pretty nice. I think I'm just going to take Enlisted Wurm here, though. This thing's just huge. It cascades into big stuff sometimes, and it's just kind of a finisher, just a sweet game ender. Sage is the anima. If you draw a card, instead reveal the top 3 cards, put all creature cards revealed this way in your hand and the rest on the bottom. It only lets you draw creatures for the rest of the game, but that's pretty strong. I don't think that we need a splash at this point, though, so we can take other stuff like this. Deals 3 damage to target creature. Other creatures can't attack this turn, so you can kind of blank their entire attack step and kill something. That's really good. And we're going to get something back out of this pack too. We can cast Bant Sureblade, Pale Recluse, Naya Hushblade, Naya Sojourners, Gorger Worm, or Firewild Borderpost. There's also some other stuff that we could technically cast, like Captured Sunlight, but yeah, I'm just going to take the removal spell here, but that's a great pack for us, and we'll get something back out of it. Whoa. Yeah, that's a good one. What does this guy do? Oh, that one's pretty sweet too. Another Hushblade. Sigil of the Nine Gods is not that good. Another Borderpost. God, I hope we get some of this stuff back, but I'm going to take Dauntless Escort here. 3/3 for 3 is rock solid, but also you can sack it to give creatures you control indestructible, so it blanks a removal spell or some big combat step. It's quite good. What does this do again, as long as it's your turn? Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember this one. There's actually just a ton of good cards for us here again. These packs have been stacked up for us. Pale Recluse, again, really nice, and a card that we want. Colossal Might is insane. Target creature gets +4/+2 and gains trample. It just runs over anything they do. But Glory of Warfare is hard to pass here. We have a lot of small creatures, and this makes them insane. I'm going to take Glory here. I think this card's just really strong in a heavy creature deck like we have. What we really want are tokens, which we don't have many of, but still, that card's just awesome. Okay, what have we? Reborn Hope, no. Rock's Brute, yes. Valley Rannet, yes. Think I'm going to take the Valley Rannet here. I think Rock's Brute probably fits in our deck a little better just as like a 4-drop. We need 4s, but we need mana fixing. Like we have really don't have enough. We've got Fiery Fall, Sylvan Bounty, Valley Rannet, and I don't think we have anything else. Let's cut this for now. Ooh, actually, Necrogenesis in this deck just got a lot better. Yeah, I think we might actually want to go for the splash on that if we can. If we can't, we can't. But, I mean, there's a lot. Like, I can sack any plains or forest to go get anything. So I can go get we can just run, like, one swamp. This gets a swamp. This gets a swamp. This does not. This can cast it. We have to do it in an awkward way. But I can also just run Sphere. Yeah, I think we are going to run that. So let's see what we get here, actually. Big Sphinx Daddies, nice, but I would splash it if it was one color, but we can't splash. We can't double splash, so we're not doing that. Sigil Captain's interesting with the Necrogenesis, though I think that's the only thing that it really does anything well with. Otherwise, it's a 3/3 for kind of hard to cast 4. Not a huge fan. I think I'd rather just have like a Wildfield Borderpost. That can get us some mana fixing, and if you cast them, you can get out your big spells a turn early, and we've got some pretty big spells. Sorry about that. So yeah, I think we just want that. What do we get here? Oh, this pack again. So now I guess we do take the Rock's Brute here. Really don't like these. I'd love to pick up some better 2s. Lots of stuff. Cerodon Yearling, another Sigil Captain, a Sigil Behemoth, or a Leonin Armor Guard. Let's go for the 2-drop here. I want to try to make sure that we get this part of the curve really well taken care of. And along those lines, probably just going to take this Violent Outburst. I don't think that Captured Sunlight is great, although it does hit a lot of really nice stuff. It's interesting. I wonder if it's just better. Probably not. We'll go ahead and take the Outburst here. This hits a lot of good stuff too. Our deck's kind of awkward with our curve, but it's pretty sweet overall. Because some of this is misleading. All of this, and this are 2-drops. Same thing with this if we want them to be. This is a land basically. These are all legit 3s. It's a lot of 3s, so a little awkward on that. We're going to be looking for a turn 6 that either garners us a full-on 6-drop or 2 3s, but it's fine. Sweet. Pale Recluse. Or Naya Hushblade, actually. This is interesting now. I was saying that I wanted to get some better 2-drops because I want to play these Nicodal salvages, but pretty excited to see a Recluse which can block really well and get us there. I wonder if Hushblade's better. Might just be actually better. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's cut these. Let's just print these that don't exist, because really that leaves us with only 1, 2, 3, 4 creature 2-drops, even with the Hushblade. So I think we just need to fill out that part of the curve. I really want to try to get some pressure on early. And I think the more 2-drops we have, the better this gets. And we could take this stupid Glory Scale via Shino. We do have tons of multicolored cards, and it does get massive. I could just take this too, though. It cycles away pretty nicely. Talon Trooper should not be here. Now let's take the 4. I like this one. This is another 3-drop awkwardly. It is also a 5/3 though. Sometimes that's just good. Sure, but probably not playing multicolored card. God, we do have a ton of multicolored cards here. Probably still just doesn't need a slot though. Don't think we need Kaleidostone. Obviously we've got a lot of stuff to cut here. Probably can cut this guy. 28. Yeah, we still have a significant number of cuts to make here, but we managed to keep ourselves just within Naya outside of this one Necrogenesis, which I think is probably worth it in the deck. I'll evaluate that, though. It could be that it's not. I do think it is, though. We've got Glory of Warfare, which makes tokens really good, and we've also got Hissing Iguanar. Plus, this card's just powerful on its own anyway. It just gives you a place to put your mana in the late game. Sure. I like all those. I like this one. These are all solid so far. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Oh. I'm doing one right now. Of course it is. We don't, obviously not playing this. I think we do want this sphere though. Here, I'll put that with this. I think I want Violent Outburst. Yeah, see, like these are all just good for us. Dauntless, Knight. This is going in, but I'll put it here for now. Worm. Don't think I want that. That's 25. That's 25 without the Armillary Sphere or the Necrogenesis, both of which I think I actually want. So let's put these in, and then let's make a deck here. 18 creatures, so we can definitely cut back a little bit on those. What are our weaker creatures? Valerian Outlanders, probably pretty weak. Overall, could definitely cut a 3-drop here, though I do like all of ours. Got 2 different types of bolts, that's nice. Violent Outbursts, I guess, can go. I mean, I think it gets better with the tokens, but, you know, you don't always have the tokens. What are we going to hit? We're going to hit one of these cards. They're all okay. It's not bad. I think we can probably lose Rock's Brute here. Maybe Naya Sojourners as well. None of those are really exciting. It is nice to have the Sojourners in here, though, so that if we Enlisted Wurm, we can hit something kind of big. So maybe I do keep that one in. This is a 2. How bad is our mana right now? It's actually, our mana is pretty good. This is very close to a final build. Trailblazer gets even better if we have that random swamp running around in the deck. I think we're going to cut Excommunicate here. We'll bring it in if we feel like it's really good, but I kind of like our deck. So probably need a little bit more white. Let's take a look at our stats here. So 16 green, 10. Why is that 2? Anyway, and then 13. I don't know. All right, so that's 4 of those, 5 of those. That's 15. We need one more land. Oh, no, this counts as a land for us. So we're on 16 lands and a border post here. Like this. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green sources. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. White. And then the swamp. But we do have a lot of other things going. I think we do need to swap 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, I think we do need to swap this out though. What was it? What was our red count again? 10. Yeah, probably need another mountain in here, especially because we have Fiery Fall. Like, we want to sort of wait things out a little bit. So this looks pretty good though, I think. I could definitely go 17 lands border post with this deck. I mean, Night of the White Orchid's fairly awkward here. Like, I don't know how often we're going to get to cast it. It's really good when you do. You basically accelerate your mana. And we do have a lot of fixing down here that we can just not cast or, you know, do this type of stuff. I mean, our deck can look like this pretty easily. All right, let's submit this. I think it's pretty sweet. We've got some fiddling around that we can do here. We've got Pro Black Bear up here. We've got Excommunicate. We've got just some beef and some value. So we can kind of take this thing different directions as we find more opponents. So let's see what it can do.